Now, out of all of the creations in nature, man is the least able to defend himself with his natural ability. But because of man's intellect, he is able to use that to survive. And one of the key elements for man is to have tools that enable him to do so. One of the most important survival tools that you can own is a knife. A knife is the most important survival tool that you can have. There's so many different things you can do with this that can be life-sustaining. But sometimes the knife's not all that's needed. There are other things that are needed. And I build a lot of survival kits and do a lot of things, but just always seems like I have certain things missing. There's certain items I'm trying to get a hold of or whatever to put my kit together. Well, Tim from Tactical Defender got in touch with me, and he's been getting these really neat BCB Industries survival kits, and they're in a tin, and these are from the UK. And you know, a lot of times, especially during World War II, the SAS developed these kits to go with their operatives that were deep cover in Europe, and because they had to have certain materials, and this was important for their survival. Well, this Mountain Survival Tin is just a great option, and we're going to take a look at a lot of the contents in here. But also, Tim also sent some extras. I have 3 extras here that I'm going to be giving away at our conference coming up, our Sensible Survival Conference coming up in April. So, and if you want to have more information on it, just look down below and there's a video. I have a link and everything to that. But we're going to look at all the different contents to this little neat survival tin. And I think you're going to find it very useful in a bug-out bag, in your car, whether you're on a hike. The Mountain Survival Tin. Excellent. Okay, here's the package, the BCB Mountain Survival Tin. And as you can see, it's in a Mylar bag for protection. Of course, I think there's some tabs here that you can pull it. And then this, I guess, is resealable. Dadgum, I was really wanting to use that zero tolerance 350, but hey, I don't need it. Here's the tin. Has survival instructions as well. The tin is taped together. And so we're going to check out all the different things about this little tin. There's a tape around it. Kind of like electrical tape, but it's not really. It's pretty cool. Little sardine can tin. This really goes great in a survival pack. But first off, we have these survival matches, and these are really great matches that will light under extreme conditions. And as you can see, this is actually a NATO supplied element with these these matches. So even has a small little striker that goes with it. Now here we have what they call water. These are little water carriers, or better known as condoms. But you know, these are used in a lot of different survival situations and survival packs. Of course, this is called the probe track cover, and this is dry, which you definitely don't want lubricated because you know, especially if you can carry water. There is a saw or a snare. You can use this for a snare, or it's also a saw as well with handles. And this can really come in handy if you need to saw some things, especially wood, and you're making your shelter. This can be very vital to making a nice shelter. Of course, here's some wire that can be used for a multitude of different things. We have a neat little sewing kit. You know, if you lose a button, especially one specifically in certain places, that can be extremely vital. A small fishing kit, just to add a nice stick. Now here we have a cotton ball, which can be used as tinder to start a fire. Small candle, little tea-light candles. Have a little button compass. A survival whistle. A small, inexpensive knife, but something that can be used in a situation. A small pencil. Now this is one thing that I really like in this fire steel, and these work extremely well. Even has the striker. couple of razors, safety pins, water purification tablets. I think there are, let's see, one tablet purifies 1 liter of water, and I believe there's 10 of them. So that could really save you in a bad situation. Also, we have some Band-Aids. This is a large one here, and then 2 smaller ones. Now this is a very fascinating element here. This is a handle, and really you could use this for different things, especially if you were possibly cooking on here. You could use that as a small handle, and it works very well. A signal mirror, and we were talking about mirrors at the back there, but as you can see, this is an excellent signal mirror. And then of course, one of the other things, this is a survival instruction booklet, and I've read through this. It's really very comprehensive. It doesn't really talk about the kit itself. It gives you all kind of different things. One of the very immediate action in a survival situation, gives you some of the most important things to do up front, and then to make a plan, first aid. Goes into a lot of different building a shelter, sources of water, your movement. All of these things are excellent. Really, in a very tight situation, it's great to have something like this that you can kind of hold on and clear your mind and say, okay, let's check this out. This is a accident evaluation report. This just kind of gives you an idea if someone's hurt in your party. You can mark these things, and that way when they're found, you'll be able to have some information about them. Gives you an place to examine as well. Now the tape reseals very nicely. In fact, I've resealed this a couple of times. This one, it has double closure, so it allows you to open it, and so it doesn't remain sticky. Of course, then you can put your papers with it. You can return it into the Mylar bag, so don't destroy this Mylar bag. And then I'll give you just a little bit added protection from the elements. Of course, on here as well, it gives you all the different things that are in here. Of course, then you can take whatever kind of bag you're using, slide this in, pack it in. You still got plenty of room for all the fun stuff. But if you ever need it, it's in there. Now you may say, why pre-made? Why do you want a tin that's already put together? And one of the most important things, and as I've mentioned just now, is having all the things that you need together. You can purchase this tin. It has everything together. These guys are proven. In fact, you can go to their website. It's a pretty cool little site of all the different products they carry. But they have a lot of experience in survival. It's also in a very compact, small package. Everything here's together. And you know, one of the things right away that I noticed was on the back, it's very reflective. And you can look and see your face. Sometimes if you're in a situation, especially with survival, you're outdoors in the wilderness, you can have injuries to your head that you can't see. And so you can bring up this mirror and be able to look in it. Even though it's not really a real mirror, it is reflective, and it does serve that purpose. The dimensions on these little kits are 4.5 by 3 and then 1 inch. They weigh 7.7 ounces. A nice little kit packed full of essential gear. I want to thank Tim at Tactical Defender for sending these along with these door prizes that we're giving out at the conference. These retail for about $59. You can get them on Tactical Defender, regular price $44.95, but he'll give you a 10% discount using SOOCH00 in the coupon code. So again, I want to thank him also for doing that. Great little kit. This is going in my EDC bag that I keep in my car at all times with all the essentials in case there's ever some kind of problem that I get into that I really need in a life-threatening situation. And as always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more fun gun reviews and sensible survival. God bless America. Long live the Republic. Now I say here, after the war they liked to put these old blue shirts on us, took away our gray. But I'm an old South Carolina boy, and I'm still a rebel at heart. And as you can see, I still have my gray, just a little more permanently attached.